And so as we practice today, be mindful of your breath. This is also a breath practice. So use your nose as much as you can. You know, if you have to breathe out of your mouth, it's okay. But do your best. Breathe in and out of your nose. And your nose is a filtration system. So it will help you to cleanse the air as it comes in. And use the breath. The breath is going to help you. Inhale is going to bring you up. Exhale is going to bring you down. Exhale is going to twist for you. And then it will bring you back your mind. So just as it wanders away, just come back to the breath. Come back to the breath. And the breath for this practice is called the Ujjayi breath. Are you guys familiar with that breath? So slight constriction in the back of the throat, kind of a Darth Vader fogging up the window, as they say. And try your best to do that practice. It helps you concentrate, actually. And so then you could actually use it in your everyday life. When you're about to do something, you can kick that breath in, and then it'll bring you back to the mat. And now you can concentrate on what you're doing. So it's very helpful. So let's do a little stretch here. So inhale, hands come up. Exhale, we're going to twist to the right. Just gently. Inhale back to the center, hands up. Exhale, twist to the left. And inhale back to the center, hands up. And exhale down. Now find yourself on all fours. We'll do some cat-cows here. So one thing I'm always going to signal for you guys is whenever you're touching the mat, you really want to grip it. So your fingers are gripping the mat. You're really getting a connection to it. And if you've got the ability, your toes are gripping the mat. You're always connecting and really grabbing it. So stick with me on the first one here. So inhale, head comes up. Exhale, head comes down, shoulders back. Tailbone tucks. Inhale, tailbone drops, chest out, head up. And just at your own pace, but follow that wave. And as you're going, keep your eyes just going up and down. Your eyes become a distraction. So we focus them. This is called the drishti. And feel free now to be a little playful. Do some barrel rolls. Moving your hips side to side. And as you're ready, tuck your toes, raise your hips. We'll find our first downward dog. Bend your knees as necessary here. Again, gripping the mat, gripping the mat. Downward dog is a powerful pose, and it preps you for the handstand. Feel free to walk your dog here. And at any moment, if the practice becomes too intense or whatever, feel free to just drop down into child's pose. This is your practice. On your exhale, bend your knees and just walk your feet up to your hands. And we'll just dangle here. Just kind of ragdoll. You can grab your elbows if you'd like. just slowly come up vertebrae by vertebrae. When you're at the top, let's just shake it out a bit. And now let's find some stillness. So big toes together, feet slightly apart. Now again, here's your opportunity. Your feet are connected to the mat. Grip them with your feet. Our feet are imbalanced. That's why you're here. You're working on correcting that or changing that imbalance. So I encourage you to lift your toes up and just kind of get the sense of the feet gripping the mat without the toes. And then just drop them down. And also feel the engagement of your feet. Like when you're pushing down on your big toe mounds, it's engaging your inner thighs and then connects to your hips. The feet are connected to the hips. So if you're having issues with your hips, check your feet. So from here, because we're pushing down on the big toe mound, we're evenly balanced with our feet. The inner thighs are engaged. So engage your inner thighs. The hamstrings are engaged. The glutes are now engaged. The core is engaged. Now, sometimes people tell us shoulders back, but watch what happens when I go shoulders back. It becomes a back bend. Instead, engage your lats, engage your core, and it starts flattening you out. Hands open up and out. And we're so on our phones and things like that, we have our text neck, so we're going to tuck our chin in. Find your drishti, so find a focal point in front of you, just kind of down your nose or about 6 feet in front of you. Just focus on that. And you're breathing. This pose is called Tadasana, mountain pose. You are a mountain, stable and strong. Take your hands out in front of you and have them meet. And keep your eyes on your thumbs. Now with an inhale, raise them up using your back muscles. And here we can have a slight back bend if it's available to you. Just looking up at your hands. Now with an exhale, we will forward fold. So keeping your eyes just looking down. And in the forward fold, your inner thighs engage. And it helps you fold. Inhale, halfway lift. So do your best to have a flat back. Exhale, hands come down, step back. And slowly lower yourself down. Then inhale, you can take an upward facing dog or a cobra, perhaps a cobra on the first one. And then exhale, tuck your toes. Find yourself in downward dog. Breathing here. Downward dog is a challenging pose, but it's also a pose where you can get your breath back. And if the mind wanders, just come back to the breath. With an exhale, bend your knees and step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up. Then hands up. Exhale, hands down. This time in Sanskrit. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, hands down, step back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Breathe here. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, hop or stop. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up, hands up. Exhale, down. And again, inhale, hands come up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, step back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. On your exhale, bend your knees, look forward, hop or step. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, hands up. Exhale, hands down. Take your right foot and we'll step it back. We're going to find ourselves in the first warrior. So you can take an angle with your foot. You can raise it up if you need to. And then just take a moment to kind of feel your hips too. Are they out of whack? What's going on? Get your knee to the left of your left toe. And then sometimes we can stack it, but it's okay too if you've got the ability to go forward. So do whatever works for you. Hands come forward. Inhale, rise up. And there's a slight back bend. And you'll see how this pose is also very similar to our Urdhva Hastasana. The warrior poses are very powerful. You are a warrior. You are brave. Do not be afraid. Exhale, hands come down. We'll step back to the front of the mat. Do the other side. Left leg comes back. Find your position, similar to what you have on the other side. Just make sure you're kind of lined up. Feeling that power of your base. Engaging your core. Dropping your lats. Inhale, hands come up. Come down, and we'll step forward. Virabhadasana B. Right foot steps back. And depending on your abilities here, so we're going to have our right foot bisecting the mat here, and our left foot is coming across right in the middle of the back foot. Opening our hips up here. Again, our left knee is just to the left of the left toe. Inhale, hands come out. And here, similar idea. You're going to look forward to your left. Your lats are engaged. Your core is engaged. Muscles are firing. You're just looking past your fingers. You're focused. You are the warrior. You are strong, resilient. And you are mindful. With an inhale, step forward. And we'll do the other side. Left foot steps back. So whatever you took on the other side, try to do the same. Legs are strong. These are very strong, powerful poses for your legs. The knees off to the side. Inhale, arms come out. Take a look back. Let's see, is the arms lined up? Look forward, just beyond your fingertips. Lats down, core engaged. You are the warrior. Open inhale, come back. Now we're going to do some squats. So warrior is strong. So work on these squats. So take a hips width, maybe wider, depending on how open your hips are. Similar idea, the feet are engaged. They're grabbing the ground. Inner thighs are engaged. Check your hips. How are they? Are they aligned? Are they out of whack? Try to bring them back using your muscles. Hands together. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down, and stay down. So wherever you're comfortable, don't push too hard. But we're not here forever. This is not eternal. Everything changes. Do not let your mind attach. Even here, your core is engaged and your lats are pulling you down. We've lost our ability to squat. This is why we practice. Focus the mind. Okay, and then for those, this is optional, but from this position here, if you lean forward and put your hands in front of you, you can get your knees up, touch your toes, and just look forward. And then with an exhale, shoot your legs back. And just find yourself in plank now. And we'll hold the plank. Core is engaged. Glutes are engaged. Feet are engaged. Your whole body is engaged here. Strength and interconnectedness. All the muscles work together. They help each other. They support each other. And with an exhale, slowly lower down, and we'll take a rest. In Karma Warrior Yoga, we rest as well. Because when the muscles and the body can rest properly, they come back stronger. Find your breath. Find the ease. This is all temporary. Hands beside your shoulders, by your chest. feet tucked, and we're going to do some push-ups. And we're going to do full body push-ups. So you'll see here how I'm up higher, I'm engaging, and then so we'll come down, and then up. Do your best. You can put your knees down wherever you can. You're building this strength up. So you must do it, even if it's one, even if it's half, even if it's a little bit. Do not let your mind overtake you. You are beyond the mind. And then drop your knees, find yourself in child's pose. Breathing. You are okay. Surrendering. All is well. And just slowly come up, and you can swing your legs around. We'll do one more hard one, and then we're going to go easy. Navasana, boat pose. Some people's favorite, some people hate this one. So our legs come out, and if you've got the ability, they go in a V shape. I'm still working on that myself. But you can kind of do this. Arms come out, and what you're going to do too is you're trying to keep this line straight. So sometimes our neck wants to go forward because you're trying to bring balance. Do your best, bring it back. And this is again, lats are engaged, core is engaged. It's pulling it up, protecting the spine. And we're breathing here. And always remember, this is not eternal. You can do it. And just gently come down. We'll just take a moment here. And on this portion now, it's going to go a little slower. So we extend our exhale. So left leg comes up, foot comes grounded. You can stack your foot under your knee there. Right leg comes up and crosses over the left. You can put your right hand through and the left hand around and grab wherever you can. And we're just going to lean back, looking up, being mindful of your neck always in these postures, just looking up. Breathing, extending that exhale. You can just gently let go of that. And we'll do the other side. So right foot comes down, left leg comes across. We're through and around, and just gently coming back. We're slowing down time. legs out both in front, long. With an inhale, the right leg comes up, hugs into your chest. With an exhale, we're going to twist it across to the left. And then we're going to look over to our right, cactus your arms, put them out in the space. You don't mind touching your neighbor. And even in this pose, be mindful of the curve you're creating. So if you can, lats, core engaged, stabilizes the spine. And we're breathing. You can come back to center. Exhale, extends your leg. Inhale, brings your left leg up. Exhale, twists across. As the mind wanders, just come back to the breath. You are always in meditation. Back to the center, leg comes long. And let's, with an inhale, bring both legs in and just kind of hug them. Give yourself a back massage. And then let's put our feet down, both together. Down. And we can, if we extend our hands, our fingers can more or less touch the back of our feet. And if you have a block handy, we're going to do a supported bridge. So with an inhale, we're going to rise our hips up. And we're using our inner thighs in whatever setting works for you. We're going to put it just on our sacrum. And let's take a moment here to think of one thing we're grateful for this weekend of thanks, of gratitude. I'm grateful for Kate. I'm grateful for Shelley. I'm grateful for Rose. And I'm grateful to all of you. An inhale, just kind of lift up and then move the block up to the side. Gently come down. You can bring your knees to your chest again. You can find yourself a little happy baby. Shavasana. Find yourself on your back. The final resting pose. To remind us of the eternal rest. The past is an interpretation. The future is an illusion. The world does not move through time as if it were a straight line, proceeding from the past to the future. Instead, time moves through and within us in endless spirals. Eternity does not mean infinite time, but simply timelessness. If you want to experience eternal illumination, put the past and the future out of your mind and remain within the present moment. By Shams Tabrizi, Rumi's spiritual instructor. Quiet mind, quiet body, Shavasana, rest. yourself on your right side. Just take a moment there. Symbolizing the room as you prepare to be reborn, transformed. You can join me. Come on up. Hands together in Anjali Mudra. Hands to the forehead to remind us to have true and loving thoughts. Hands to the heart center to remind us to have true and loving intentions. Hands to the mouth to remind us to have true and loving communications. Hands to the heart center. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere enjoy peace and happiness. Deep inhale. Audible exhale. Inhale for Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shanti means peace. Danyosmi. Danyosmi means I am grateful. Gently open your eyes. I'm grateful to each one of you.